Hello everybody and welcome to our story, Katie and the British Artists. Katie was on a trip to the gallery with Grandma. There were lots of people hurrying past. "Is everyone going to the gallery?" asked Katie. "No, they're going to work," said Grandma. "They all have jobs to do." "I wonder what job I'll do when I grow up," thought Katie. By the time they reached the gallery, Grandma was tired. "Dear me, what a long walk," she said, resting on a seat. "You have a look around. I'll just have a quick snooze." So Katie looked at the pictures. She particularly liked a painting of a shepherd boy and some sheep, called The Cornfield, by John Constable. "He's got a great job," said Katie. "I'd love to be a shepherd." To her surprise, the boy spoke. "It's hardly jolly work," he said. "You should try it." "All right," said Katie, climbing over the frame and into the picture. "I will." "I'm Ben Copperweight," said the boy. "And this is my dog Rex." "Hello, I'm Katie," said Katie. "Well, come on, Katie, help me with these sheep," said Ben. "They're wandering off in all directions." It was hot, dusty work, but eventually Katie, Ben and Rex herded the sheep safely into the meadow. "Phew," said Katie, "I'm puffed out." "I have to do this every day," said Ben. "You could try a different job," suggested Katie. "Let's look in the gallery for ideas." Katie took Ben and Rex into the gallery. Ben saw a picture called Rain, Steam and Speed by J.M.W. Turner. "How exciting," said Ben. "I could be a train driver." "Come on then," said Katie, and they climbed into the picture. The train was puffing across a bridge. But when the driver saw Katie and Ben waving, he came to a stop. "Please, can we drive the train?" asked Katie. "Well, I could use some help," said the driver. "All aboard!" Ben helped to drive the train while Katie shoveled coal. The train went faster and faster, lickety-split along the track. The ladies' bonnets blew away and the gentlemen lost their hats. "Slow down!" yelled the passengers. "Faster!" shouted Katie and Ben. Clickety-clack went the train. Suddenly there was a bang. The train slowly ground to a halt. "Oh dear," said Katie. "Is it broken?" "We've blown a valve," said the driver, grabbing a spanner. "It will take ages to mend. You'd better hop off before you do any more damage." "I don't think I should be a train driver after all," said Ben, as they walked back to the frame and climbed into the gallery. "Look at that horse," said Ben. He was pointing at a painting called Whistle Jacket by George Stubbs. "Perhaps you could be a horseman with the Royal Guard," said Katie. "I'd love that," said Ben, so they quickly climbed inside. Ben hopped onto Whistle Jacket. "There's nowhere to ride in this picture," he said. Katie fumbled in her pockets and found a few old crayons. She quickly drew some hills and fields. "Perfect," said Ben, galloping off. "Whoa, steady," said Ben, but Whistle Jacket was hard to control. Ben was flung up into the air and landed on a hill covered in soft flowers that Katie had drawn. "Oof," he gasped. "Perhaps I'm not very good at riding either." So they left Whistlejacket to gallop around his new world and jumped into the gallery. "Oh, I still don't know what job will be best for me," sighed Ben. "You could be a painter, like Papa," said a little girl from a picture. It was called The Painter's Daughters Chasing a Butterfly by Thomas Gainsborough. "Come and see," said the girl's sister, so Katie and Ben climbed inside. The girls showed Ben their father's paintings. They were nearly all portraits of them. "You could try to paint us as well," suggested the girls. "I don't know how to paint," said Ben. "Here, have my crayons," said Katie. "Try drawing instead." Ben tried to draw the girls as they chased butterflies, but he found it very hard. "It's no good," he said. "I don't think I could be an artist either." "Never mind," giggled the girls. "Come and chase butterflies with us. It's fun." Ben was rather good at catching butterflies with his hat. "But I can't do this for a job, can I?" he asked. "Well," said the girls, "you could be an explorer and discover rare insects and birds." "I could sail around the world to faraway islands," said Ben. "And I know where to find a ship," said Katie. "Come on." They said goodbye to the girls and jumped into the gallery, where Katie showed Ben a painting of a ship called the Frightened Tremainer, I think, by J.M.W. Turner. "That's perfect for an adventure," said Ben, as they climbed through the frame. It was evening in the painting, and the sun was slowly setting over the sea. Katie saw a rowing boat tied to a jetty. "Let's row out to the big ship," she said. When they reached the ship, they climbed aboard. It was a very old ship that no one used any more, so they had it all to themselves. "Ahoy there!" shouted Katie, climbing the rigging. "Shiver me timbers! Hoist the mainsail!" laughed Ben from the deck. They explored all over the ship, but then Ben heard distant sounds drifting across the sea from the gallery. "I'd know that sound anywhere," he said. "It's my sheep. I must go and find them." "It sounds like your sheep are calling for you," said Katie, as they rowed back to the picture frame. "Perhaps I left the gate open," said Ben. In the gallery they found Ben's sheep waiting. "I must get them home before dark," he said. Ben whistled to Rex, and together they rounded up the sheep, quickly and neatly, in front of the cornfield picture. "In you go," said Ben, and he counted them in, one by one. "I think you found your perfect job," said Katie. "You're right. I love being a shepherd after all," said Ben. He gave Katie her crayons back. "And I think you should be an artist. Perhaps one day you'll have a painting in the gallery." "Perhaps one day I will," said Katie, waving goodbye. Katie found Grandma still snoozing on the seat. "How can you sleep when the gallery's so exciting?" said Katie. "You don't know what you're missing." "Well, you know what they say about counting sheep," said Grandma, "and how it helps you fall asleep." "Grandma," said Katie, "Did I see any sheep?" asked Grandma, smiling. Now that would be telling, wouldn't it? The end.